Dad Dash here, and I'm coming to you today with a special video. And the video today that I want to bring to you is something that I hope will help you, um, inspire you, because, as everybody knows right now, we're in some of the toughest times that some of you have experienced out here. And I think it's something that, that you've got to approach with goals, and you've got to approach it incrementally in order to conquer your goals and come out here and meet the goals that you want to do. So um this is something I want to share with you. I've hinted at it in a few videos that I was going to be coming out with a video, and I want to come out share this with you, um and hopefully you find it helpful. Now, first off, a little background on what this is. This is an incremental way for you to approach. And again, what I do, the goal I have is not necessarily what you need to use it for, but you can do this with whatever your goal is, with whatever time frame you want. And if you, as always, if you're interested in anything you see in this um, video today, let me know. dad-13@gmail.com. I will send it to you, no strings attached. I ask only that you subscribe if you haven't, support the channel. Other than that, I'm not charging anybody anything for the sheets you see, and that includes any of my trackers that you see and anything else. I want to be clear on that. My goal is to help. I believe if we all begin tracking properly, pay attention to the metrics, we can help each other out, because believe it or not, regardless of what you're being told, we're training a computer algorithm. That is what runs us. That is what sends us offers. There's no human touch to it at all, and it's responding to the inputs that we put in. So the better the inputs we put in, the more profitable the inputs that we put in, the better results we're going to see as a community and in all the individual markets we're working. And also, of course, when you can take a look at your metrics and take a look at your results, you can actually have something to make adjustments on, and you can also have something to make the hard decisions on. In other words, are you should you stay in business, or should you find something else to help you generate revenue and income to meet the goals that you need to meet for yourself financially? Now, let's go into the sheet here. So what I want to show you here, this is what I call the next 1,000 tracker, and I'm tracking things in $1,000 increments. You'll see this is my latest one. I worked yesterday. That's what I made yesterday, $116.67. My goal is to make $1,000 in every 10 calendar days. And yesterday started out on the 23rd. So today when I go out, my goal will be 98.15. If I don't go out, I will input 0 for day 2, and it will adjust. And that is the goal I'm working towards. And then when I hit that goal, I'm allowed to, if I want to leave. And that's kind of how I put it in my brain. Now, depending on how fast or how long or how the day's going will dictate what I do when I hit the goal. And I always also will counter a goal with a certain amount of time. So I try to earn everything, and my goal is, to complete this goal that you see here in 4 hours or less. And if I'm attempting to go further with it, like I said, I'll push past and go. Maybe if I have 6 or 8 hours, my hope would be to maybe knock out a day or two, and thereby achieving the $1,000 goal faster and in a quicker pace. But this is the goal that I set here. And if I'm having a tough day and I hit my goal and it's like, you know what, it's time to come off the road, you've got to have an exit plan. If you don't have an exit plan every day, you will burn out. And there was an article I was reading about burnout, and burnout causes depression. And depression obviously causes lots of other things. When you get to burnout, that is a very bad thing. And it is very easy in gig work, because you don't have anyone there to tell you stop but yourself. If you're not planning your exit, if you're not setting your goals, if you're not being aware of what you need every day and then giving yourself an exit plan, and you just stay out all the time, you're setting yourself up for failure in the long run. Whether that's failure because you burn out, or failure because, hey, you work these too much too long, you're leaning into the odds, you're possibly going to make mistakes the more tired you get. So again, this gives you an exit plan. Now, what I put on here, as you'll see, I put the amount I earned. I mark off the day, the amount of minutes that I work for the day in total, and I track it from first delivery to last delivery. Some of you may say app on, app off, whatever you want to do. Each of us have our own way of tracking. But I recommend you have some way of tracking. And then I have delivery minutes, miles driven, and how many contracts did I fulfill. And then I want to look at my stats, and I use this in a comparative way to each thousand that I earn. Did I improve? Did I get better? And I kind of have a little meeting with myself, with the man in the mirror, and say, how did I do this thousand? Did I earn it? Did I have to use the entire 10 days? Did I have to use more than 10 days? Sometimes that happens, and I'll just, in this case, it's just me doing it. I'll just I'll either I'll add into the black down here on that one because I'll start a new tracker each time and save it. And I'll start adding, day 11, day 12. If I get to day 13, and I'll just start using day 13. And it's like, okay, Steve, get your butt out there, and it's time to get that 1,000 finished because there's no reason why it's taking you 13 days to earn $1,000. The goal here is, and again, this is what's happened with me some weeks, is hey, get it done in 7 days. If you get it done in 7 days, you're earning $1,000 a week, and you don't even know you're doing it, and you don't even know how simple it is to do it, and you're not worrying about it. You're just going out working, and every day that you earn more than the daily goal, you're contributing to the next day, and it's building on itself, and it's snowballing. Before you know it, you've earned $1,000, and then you're into your next thousand, and you're into your next thousand, and before you know it, like I said, I've already hit $10,000 this year, which is for me, I'm on track and well on track to hitting the goal that I've set for myself this year, well ahead of last year's earnings. And so to me, even though everyone else is in the slowdown, and I do agree, it feels slower out there, my earnings are more than they were last year. So, again, it's the mind tricks you've got to play on yourself, and you'll get there and not even realize you're there. But you've got to be willing to attack it incrementally and daily and not as a big whole number. Don't attack, and you should, again, why hourly rate is not what we should be. We're not hourly employees, but you should have hourly goals. And there's a big difference between an hourly rate and an hourly goal. An hourly goal is simply, what do you want to earn an hour to reach that daily goal faster, right? But you're not earning an hourly rate because you don't earn an hourly rate. You just have a goal. What's my goal this hour? What would I like to see myself earn? Is there anything I can do to get there faster? Is there anything I could have done differently last hour that maybe would have got me there faster? Is there a different area I could drive to? Should I have turned down the order that slowed me down? Should I have not gone back to that restaurant and put that on the list for the rest of the day? Is there an issue with wait times at that restaurant that slowed my earnings down and made me have an $18 hour instead of the $25 hour I wanted? Again, it's goals. You're not hourly, and that's what this exemplifies. So for me, this sets the daily goal, which I then take and compute into an hourly goal. And then, in 4 hours, I need to earn $98. You may be noticed and say, well, Dad, you saying all your videos 25 an hour. That's right. Or that's your goal. Your hourly goal is $25. You're trying to generate $25 every hour that you're working. That is true. But if that daily goal is lower and I'm trying to do it in 4 hours, it gives me a little room for slow times, bad times, work different times of the day. It gives me that variation, and it still allows me to get to the end of the day, fill in my sheet, and have the sense of accomplishment. And again, and then on a day that I didn't, I can look and see, hey, what did I do today? How did my miles to money go? How did my overall order value go? Where did my delivery value go? What was my work rate? What is my work rate? Why is my work rate different right now? And if I'm seeing it go down, 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 I need to look back deeper then. I can pull my sheet for the day, look at my daily stat sheet, and start to look to see what did I do and what restaurants did I interact with. I can then turn around, pull up my driver utility helper and look at the wait times that it tracked. I can, there's so much you can do to start looking at the data, crunching the numbers, and getting a strategy for the next day, and you see immediate feedback. Many of you work without that feedback. Many of you work blindly and on feeling. And here's the thing, feelings are feelings, numbers are numbers. There's two different things. Feelings are based on nothing but air. Numbers are based on concrete things that have happened, things that have occurred, And those are the things you make decisions on. Anyone making decisions on feelings is going to get it wrong a good bit of the time. Anyways, guys, so that's what this tracker is. I fill it out every single day. It's what drives my goal sheet. And again, since I've started using that this year, I'm up for the year. I'm ahead of the ball game. I'm tracking ahead. I'm on the way to hit my goals of the year. I ask you, are you on the way to hit your goals of the year? And if you're not, consider doing something like this. Consider contacting me. I'll send you this goal sheet and I'll send you the tracking sheets that you need to track every single day to get the metrics. Because if you're not there, make a change, do something different. And if you're not tracking yourself, if you're not keeping track of it, if you're only keeping track of notes or you're using DoorDash's figures or you're using your end of dash figures, you're not doing enough. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're running a business, start running a business. Start realizing you are not an employee anymore. You are responsible for you. You have the responsibility for your own results. You have a responsibility for your end result at the end of the year, at the end of the month, at the end of the week. And nobody, including the apps, is is responsible for where you're at. It's what you've done, it's what you're willing to do, it's how you're willing to work, it's the effort you're willing to put in. And this is where it starts, guys. You've got to have concrete goals that make sense. Anyways, guys, hopefully this made sense to you guys. Hopefully you appreciate this. And like I said, this is the things we need to do. If you're using a sheet, if you're using goals, let me know. I'm very interested. I like to see what everybody else is doing. If you do use this sheet, if anyone borrows any of my stuff, again, I got two asks. Subscribe to me so we're connected. And two, if you develop something, if there's something that you find in your way of using the sheet, share it with me. Okay, if there's an improvement you've made, share it with me. This is meant to be a collaborative effort to collaboratively help all of us because I firmly believe that we, and many, may not subscribe to this, but I firmly believe that we are together, that together we can make more of an impact than we will be separate or looking at ourselves as separate or worrying about uh, fighting with each other. Let's learn from each other. Let's figure it out together. And I really do believe that's going to be the way we can make a bigger impact and reach our goals and get better as business operators. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching today. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Hit that like button. And as always, guys, I'll be talking to you soon. And